Enduro riding doesn't have to be expensive. My total expenses over the last year, not including fuel, $20 for rear brake pads. That's it. And I only needed brake pads because we rode in a lot of mud during winter. I ride almost every weekend, and even the fuel and oil only cost about $600. And that's Australian prices. Fuel here is $2 a litre or US $9 per gallon. Cheap, cheap, cheap. Why? We like to ride in slow, gnarly terrain. We avoid wheel spin as much as possible. Instead of bashing through tough terrain, we think our way through. We keep focused on good riding technique instead of throttle, speed and wheel spin. So hard enduro can be a very cheap sport. Let's look at my tyres, chain and brake discs as an example. The rear knobby is about 50% worn after 45 rides. The front knobby, barely worn at all. The chain and sprockets have hardly any wear. Ditto for the brake discs. Why? Well, we deliberately focus on slow, technical trails. And we always enjoy some challenging rocky sections to really test the skills. The typical ride for our group is often only 20 kilometres or 12 miles long, but there's usually a lot of hard work involved. It also means a lot less work for the engine and suspension with this sort of riding. A lot of riders assume that clutch plates wear quickly for hard enduro, but in our group hardly anyone has had to replace clutch plates. If you aren't revving the bike, then the clutch isn't wearing much at all. This one's quite hard because you've got an S-bend sort of run up. There's a big jump up the wet tree route, then that's steep there. Just get over the tree route, then pivot turn to the right. But what about broken parts? Surely parts are broken frequently in hard enduro riding? Well, it comes down to whether you bash your way through hard terrain or think your way through. Me, I've only broken one thing in 6 years of riding. I didn't fit handguards to my new Sherco for that first ride and broke the clutch lever when the bike fell over at a standstill. That's it, then just pivot turn it to the right, and then here you can use a bit of run up to get over that, but just don't launch into the gully over there. That's But hard enduro will not suit all riders. Many of us get into enduro riding for the thrills of fast riding and high speeds. And of course, it doesn't take a lot of skill to go fast on a fairly smooth straight track. Hard enduro forces you to learn skills or you will hurt yourself or damage your bike very quickly. It ain't for everyone. Should be easy from there, Scott. Butt grab. I'm always shocked when someone says they only get 3 to 4 rides out of a rear tyre. They would surely use a lot more fuel. They would wear out chains, sprockets, discs, suspension and engine parts a lot faster. It's easy to see why enduro riding can be an expensive sport for some riders. Oh, nice. And you got your pivot turn in.
Didn't mean to do that, Barry, it just happened.
Well done. You can lose a lot on resale value, of course. I usually sell my bikes after 2 years, then buy a brand new one. But my bikes still look quite new after 2 years, and the mileage isn't very high due to the slow terrain we like. So typically I lose about 3,000 Aussie dollars or US $2,000 off the purchase price. I still think it's a pretty cheap hobby when I get so many kicks from it. What about you? Is dirt riding expensive for you? How do you try to keep the costs down? Let us know in the comments.